Hello class, today we're going to use this toilet paper to make cookies that we are going to paint with puffy paint. So here are a few examples. You can see they look different. Some are more lumpy, some are more smooth. So these are some different examples of the cookie that we're going to make. All right, so I'm going to put those over here. You are going to get 2 strips of toilet paper. Now they're actually this long, but they're folded in half. We're calling that 2-ply. I call it a little 2-ply toilet paper blanket. All right, so you've got 2 of those. Again, it is 1 sheet of toilet paper. It's just folded in half. And the important thing I want you to notice is that the length of the toilet paper is just about the same as the length of the side of your water bin. And that's really important. You don't want it too small, you don't want it too big. This has seemed to work out to be a good size. You're also going to get a cup of toilet paper. This is going to be the middle of your cookie. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to take this filling, the cookie, this is going to be your cookie shape, and we're going to mush it kind of flat, and we're going to kind of try to have the edges round. So here's the thing, in the beginning it really is going to look more like a hamburger patty, and if you notice, it's not staying together. What our goal is to take, I'm going to set this down, the fluffy stuff there, is to take and crisscross these to make a plus sign. And in this center square area, that's where we're going to put the cookie that won't stay compact. We're going to put the cookie there. We're going to wrap it 1, wrap it 2, wrap it 3, wrap it 4. Now I know it looks like a square, but we're going to change that. It's not going to stay a square shape. All right, so here's the thing. This is all not sticking, right? All right, so that's why we have water. Have you ever noticed, like toilet paper, if you just put it on your hand, it's going to fall off. If you try to make it stay, it's not going to stay. But if you wet the toilet paper and you put it on your hand, it doesn't fall off. It sticks. The water is like temporary glue. It makes the toilet paper or any paper stick to your skin. All right, so we're gonna take that off, and I have a scrap bin here, so I'm gonna throw that in the scrap bin. All right, so obviously this is not gonna stick like that, so we're gonna use the water to help us cover this and keep it in a cookie shape. So for now, I'm gonna tuck it back in that little cup. And I'm gonna, oops, I got a little bit of water there, that's okay. I'm gonna pick up the top sheet. So you wanna crisscross it first and then pick up your top sheet and hold it on the sides and dip it in the water. You don't have to get the water all the way to the ends where your hand is. You just wanna see the water absorb into it. Like, can you see that? You really can't see any dry spots at this point. It's ready to pull out. And you are simply going to put it back where you picked it up from. And look how the water starts absorbing in. That's why we only had to do 1 strip, because 1 strip is going to be enough water for what we need. All right, so now that cookie that will not stay together, this is a very wiggly cookie. This square, we're going to put it in here. Now this time when we wrap it, that should help it stay together. I'm gonna actually put my hand in here and get a little water. You can see the water dripping off my hand. That's to help keep this mush down to be the middle, to be our cookie middle. Or I should say the shape of the cookie, because it's not the middle, not like a cream filling. All right, so now I'm gonna take the drier ones first and go on top. So here's number 1 dry, Number 2 dry. Now we'll lock it all in. Look, it's not coming up, it's not popping up. We'll lock it all in with this wet side. And then we'll lock it all in with this other wet side. And we've got a little square. And we'll deal with that being a square because, you know, we want to make it round like these cookies. Look at that. The water is holding everything together. All right, so what you simply want to do to make it round, we're not going to, a lot of times on a square, you can cut the triangle edges off, these points. But we're not going to cut. We're going to tuck. We're going to push those edges in. And if they seem a little dry and like they're not going to stay, remember the water helps shape it. You can put your fingers in there. You can put your fingers in this little water bin, get some water, and use that to help the edges of your cookie stay in. And there you go. Now we have a cookie, which we will be painting with puffy paint. All right, so the next thing, you've got some cleanup to do. So, number 1, the water bins need to be in the middle of your table. You're clearing the toilet paper scraps. If you have any toilet paper scraps, you're gonna put them in this bin because I can use them for other sculptures. That empty cup, bring it to my table. You'll see a stack of cups that you can turn it upside down and stack on top. This needs to go to the drying rack. So, we're gonna head over to the drying rack with our sculpture. You'll find your name for your class on one of these shelves. The blue tape just is to block that shelf because I don't want it used. You're gonna come over here and get a card and use the pencil, and you're gonna write your name on the card. All right, so I'm just gonna write name. It's not easy to write on this card without being able to hold it. Name and whatever your class code is. I'm just putting 999 because I'm the teacher and I don't have a class code. All right, so let's say you are in Miss Briscoe's class. You're gonna put your cookie on your tag and you're gonna put it on the same shelf as a tag of your teacher's name. So if you're in Briscoe's, you're gonna put it there. If you're in Daughtery or Moats or Sharp, you're gonna put it on those shelves. And then you're going to go back to your table and make sure to wipe it down with Clorox Wipe-Beads. Have fun, guys. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are in my older classes, we're gonna do a little extra step here. So let's get this back on the tripod here. All right, so let me go grab the cookie out of the drying rack that I just showed you where to put it. You're gonna do one more step with this. You're gonna take toilet paper and you're gonna make those 2 pieces that I showed you in the beginning that were the same size as the water bucket bin. You're gonna make 2 pieces that are the same size, just like you had in the beginning. If I can get this straight. Same size, and make one more. See if that's good. Yeah, that'll do. All right, as close as you can get. It doesn't have to be perfect. So if it's close in size, that's great. All right, so once you've shaped it, we do have these little wrinkles where the triangles got tucked in. To smooth that out, we're gonna take and hold this. Oh, let me make sure this is in the view of the screen. We're gonna take the first sheet, holding it on the edge and letting it soak in until you can't see anything dry. I mean, there is because it's under my hands, but just so you can't see it. Lay it on there, spread it smoothly to smooth out your cookie, and tuck it under. This is just gonna make your cookie look more finished. All right, same thing with this one. We're gonna do that twice. Again, hold it like that, Dip it in the water until you can't see anything dry. And obviously there is some dry because it's under my hand. Put it on your cookie, nice and neat, and tuck it under. That way your cookie looks a little more finished and you don't see the wrinkly area where we tucked in the corners to make it round. All right, and then you're done, and you're gonna do name and class code on a card, and you're gonna put it in the drying rack. And when you are finished, if you finish early, you can free draw. Have fun, guys.